Good morning, everyone. I am Dr. Rajni Gaur, and today I am take up my subject Gender, School and Society, which belongs to semester 4. Today I am going to take up first unit, that is gender issues and key concepts. Herein I am going to explain the various issues related to the gender and what these issues are and what are the various key concepts which we are going to study under gender issues. These are sex, sexuality and gender. What is sex? In short, biological traits that society associates with being male or female. Whereas gender involves cultural meanings attached to being masculine and feminine, which influence personal identities. Example: men, women, transgender, intersex, genderqueer, among others. Sexuality: it is a sexual attraction, practices, and identity which may or may not align with the sex and gender. Example: heterosexual, homosexual, which includes gay or lesbian. Means a man is attracted towards a man, or a lesbian where a female attracted towards a female. And the other category is bisexual, queer, and among others. Now, very first I am going to take up in detail the concept of gender. So, what is the definition of gender? According to the Oxford Dictionary, either of the two sexes, male and female, especially when considered with reference to social and cultural differences rather than biological ones. The term is also used more broadly to denote a range of identities that do not correspond to established ideas of male and female. Meaning of gender. Gender is more fluid. It may or may not depend upon biological traits. More specifically, it is a concept that describes how societies determine and manage sex categories. The cultural meanings attached to men and women's roles and how individuals understand their identities, including but not limited to being a man, women, transgender, intersex, genderqueer, and other gender positions. Gender involves social norms, attitudes, and activities that society deems more appropriate for one sex over another. Gender is also determined by what an individual feels and does. World Health Organization states that sex refers to the biological and physiological characteristics and defines men and women. But gender refers to the socially constructed roles, behaviors, activities, and attributes that a given society considers appropriate for a man and women. We can understand the concept of gender through different viewpoints like sociological viewpoint, psychological viewpoint, cultural viewpoint, and so on. Now, the characteristics of gender. So, what are the various characteristics of gender? The list is given here. First is socially constructed. Gender is socially constructed, and society and culture creates gender roles which give shapes to gender in a society. Second is dynamic concept. Yes, it is not static, it's keep on changing. It is not a rigid concept, it is a dynamic concept. It may change over time due to influence of education or influence of other culture. Next is a set of traits. Psychologically, gender is conceived as a set of certain traits that are associated with a certain biological sex. The characteristics that generally define gender are referred as masculine or feminine. Different from physical characteristics is the next one. Here, gender refers to your sense of who you are as a guy, girl, or something else, and opposed to what your physical characteristics, genes, and hormones indicates. Identifying your gender can be more diverse than simply seeing yourself as a male or female. It is a learned behavior because gender role involves the learned behavior or the acquired identity. The process of socialization introduces a person to his or her gender roles, and the social surroundings impose expectation upon a person, and a person accordingly accepts gender roles. Next is expected behavior. The concept of gender includes the expectation held about the characteristics, aptitude, and likely behavior of both men and women. It helps in shaping the personality of an individual because gender often shapes the personality and behavioral traits of a person. For example, when a girl displays emotion by crying it is quite easily accepted. But if a boy cries, he is often told to behave like a man. So, such type of behavior and roles helps to shape the personality of an individual. Next is power relationship. Power relationships are influenced by gender, and people accept generally that the male should be the decision maker in the family and country. Next is access to resources. Access to resources is determined by one's gender. In a society, norms and rules are set in accordance with the ideology of gender to determine a person's access to resources. And generally, it is seen that males have greater access to and claim over resources as food, health, and education. In ordinary families, also, males eat first and the better share of the food is served to them. And the last is variation of gender roles. Culture play a very vital role in determining gender roles. Therefore, gender roles vary across cultures. For example, in some cultures, the role of breadwinner is solely assigned to men and women are not allowed to work. And similarly, in certain religious rituals are only performed by men in certain cultures. Now, next is the term is the sex. Sex are the biological traits that societies use to assign people into the category of either male or female, whether it is through a focus on chromosomes, genitalia, or some other physical ascriptions. When people talk about the differences between men and women, they are often drawing on sex or rigid ideas of biology rather than gender, which is an understanding of how society shapes our understanding of those biological categories. Now, the difference between sex and gender. Sex is a biological concept, whereas gender is a social concept. Sex refers to the male and female, whereas gender refers to masculine and feminine. It refers to biological differences, chromosomes, hormonal profile, internal and external sex organs, whereas gender describes the characteristics that a society or culture delineates as masculine or feminine. Sex is an endowed natural and biological aspect of a human being, whereas gender is a man made concept. Sex does not vary and does not change across, but gender varies within and between cultures over time and space, and few more differences are also there which you can easily be construct by understanding these concepts yourself. Next, we move on to the sexuality. Sexuality describes sexual identity attraction, and experiences which may or may not align with the sex and gender. This includes, but is not limited to, heterosexuality, homosexuality, bisexuality, queer, and so on. Sex and gender do not always align. Just as gender is a social construction, so too is sexuality. And this is another way of saying sexuality is socially determined and it varies in its expression across culture, time, and place. Sexuality covers a broad spectrum and it is also deeply personal. It is about understanding the sexual feelings and attractions we feel towards other, not who we have happen to have sex with. There are many different types of sexuality and it can take time to figure out what fits right with you. In conclusion, we can say that sexuality refers to the total expression of who a person is as a human being, her femaleness or his maleness. Sexuality begins at birth and ends at death. Everyone is a sexual being. A person's sexuality in an interplay between body image, gender identity, gender roles, sexual orientation, eroticism, genitals, intimacy, relationships, and love and affections. A person's sexuality include his or her attitudes, values, knowledge, and behavior, and how people express their sexuality is influenced by their families, culture, society, faiths, and beliefs. Now, next we move on to the third gender. This is a very common term, but people sometimes gets it synonymously used with the transgender, but these two are different from each other. Third gender or third sex is a concept in which individuals are categorized either by themselves or by society as neither man nor women. It is a social category present in societies that recognize three or more genders. Now, another is the transgender. Transgender people have a gender identity or gender expression that differ from their assigned sex. Transgender people are sometimes called transsexual if they desire medical assistance to transition from one sex to another. Transgender is also an umbrella term in addition to including people whose gender identity is the opposite of their assigned sex. We call them as trans men and trans women, like a person birth as a man, but he is more onto the women, and vice versa. It may include people who are not exclusively masculine or feminine. People who are genderqueer or non binary, including bigender, pangender, gender fluid, or agender. Thank you so much. Hope this explanation helps you to understand these key concepts of gender and the various issues related to the gender. So now you can better understand the terms gender, sex, sexuality, who are third gender and who are transgender. Thank you.